ready to listen some amazing music from her new album, Pachamama. Bienvenida, Flor.
Hola, gracias. Thank you.
Are you able to listen to me correctly?
Yes.
Awesome. So I wanted to express my gratitude for this amazing, beautiful, beautiful album that it hasn't hit the stores yet.
Yes.
It's like this is a premiere for Mama Tortuga. So I want to introduce everybody to Flor, and I would love for you to like say a few things about yourself. Tell us what you do, who are you, where are you located, and because a lot of people told me like they have never heard about you before, so we want to know more about you.
Well, I am from Peru. I live in New York, and I've been doing music for kids for 5 years now. And this is my third album. I've been doing bilingual music. That means that I sing in English and in Espanol. And yeah, my first album came out when my daughter was born, so the publicity was low.
Yes, busy times. We understand completely. But despite of that, you keep creating music.
Yes. So my last album was came out in 2020. It's called Fiesta Global, and it has different musics and genres from all over the world. And it's kind of the same that I did with my first two. In my first album, we had some rock and roll. We have some Afro-Peruvian music. And my second one, I integrated some jazz, some jarocho, some marinera, which is also from Peru. And on this one, I have Tex-Mex, I have Wino, I have country, I have bachata, and all that.
Ooh, so the whole family is gonna have a party, una fiesta. Quería hacer lo mismo, pero en español para la audiencia que no habla inglés, porque como tú tienes música en los dos idiomas, quería presentar a Flor. Ella tiene mucha música bilingüe para las familias que estamos criando niñas en español y en inglés. Y su nuevo álbum se llama Pachamama, que todavía no ha salido en las tiendas, pero precisamente ya este fin de semana vas a hacer el premier.
Este fin de semana sale el single Pachamama, que lo hice con una cantante peruana, Wendy Zulka, que ya fue muy famosa cuando era pequeña, cantaba huaynos. Y ahora está haciendo otra carrera mezclando los huaynos y la música pop. Y está en este álbum. Y el álbum completo sale el 6 de agosto, o sea, la próxima semana.
Ok, entonces ya saben, familia, por favor, chequen el website de Flor Bromley o sigan ahí en el tab, arribita, en donde está ay, flechita. Entonces pueden seguir a Flor. So everyone should know that she also has done a lot of music with other amazing guest singers. Like I understand you have done some music as well with Un, Dos, Tres con Andrés.
Sí, tenemos en Fiesta Global tenemos una canción que se llama La 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 La, donde Un, Dos, Tres Andrés cantan, Andrés, Cristina y Andrés toca el clarinete.
I love them. They're so nice, and I love the vibes that they always put on, like the effort to put up the both speak languages, because that's what a lot of families struggle. Especially when I was raising my children, I always wanted to find music that reflected what I like. Like I don't want music for babies. I want music that is fun. And also that has amazing content, like the songs, like have something to learn. So tell us a little bit about this new album that I totally fall in love with the name, and I asked Flor, like, why did you put this album Pachamama?
Pachamama means Mother Earth in Quechua, which is my ancestors' Peruvian's language. My great grandma used to speak Quechua. My grandma said some words here and there. Actually, I integrated some of the words that she said on the album. And I wish I would have recorded her, but she's still in my heart. And so I have a lot of Peruvian influences mixed with something else. So, for example, in the song Peas and Carrots, Alverjitas y Zanahorias, we talk about eating diverse vegetables, but also we talk about our diversity. And the song is a combination of El Condor Pasa, which is like the second national Peruvian anthem. Like we love El
I
Condor
love
Pasa.
that song. Well, I love Música Andina.
Mm-hmm.
And you have actual quenas in the album. You were telling me they were amazing musicians invited to create part of the music.
Yeah, so Condor Pasa is on that song mixed with hip hop. So we mix
Ooh.
Condor Pasa and hip hop. So it's a mix of the cultures to show kids and families that we have diversity on the plate, but like that's a comparison of all the diverse music that we are allowed to like and we're allowed to listen to. It doesn't have to be the same. We don't have to be the same. We can listen to different things, and but we're still one world, which is the Pachamama.
Yes, and I think that's also very interesting because I think a lot of the younger families are usually, like that happened to me. Like I was always trying to find, like I say, like music that was good for the children, but it was also nice to hear, like to, be around in the car. Like I don't have to listen to this baby shark forever and ever. No, it's so great to find artists that, like first of all, they're original, and they have music in both languages, which, I cannot say enough that, like we need to start our children in this route of, languages, and in love with the languages. And music is one of the most amazing ways that you can encourage anyone. So when we were talking before, you were telling me as well that you host a radio show.
Yes, I have a radio show on Jump 1053 Pittsburgh, and you can hear it online on the website Jump 1053 Pittsburgh. It's actually jump1053.com. And on Alexa, you can ask Alexa to play Jump 1053 and it comes up. And my show is called Tunes, Tales, and More with Archie and More with Archie and Flor. And I put
Contigo. Se me olvidó que estaba solamente Archie. So are we gonna meet Archie today?
Archie is my puppet. Oh my goodness, where is he? I had him right here. I actually
Where are you, Archie? We need your child to go and get Archie.
I can come get it if you want.
I don't know. Now I'm very intrigued of meeting the other host of the radio show.
You want to wait 1 second? It's right over there.
Sure,
All right.
sure, no problem.
I'll be right
So,
back.
meanwhile, Flor is getting the other co-host of the radio show. I want to remind everybody who is watching this live that we have one copy of the new album. Like I say, it's totally new. It's not even out yet. But if you win it today, you will be receiving it to your home. So the only thing that you needed to do was, comment on our post. But if you are present here, I will add you to the raffle. So we only have, like, I think 3 persons who comment on our post. So whomever is watching here, just, say, I want to win here, like a comment here in the live, and you will be added to the raffle. Because before we cut it, we cut this IG live, we will announce one winner and they will be receiving a copy of the album. So take advantage of this opportunity.
Hello!
Archie!
Nice for you to join us. Hello, para moms. ¿Cómo estás, Archie?
Yo estoy muy bien, ¿y tú?
I feel great. Look, this is Mama Tortuga.
Are you a turtle?
Sí.
She's not a turtle. That's her name.
Oh, hello, hola.
¡Qué lindo eres! Me encanta tu color. Me gusta el color naranja.
Gracias, gracias. It's my tan.
Y la nariz morada.
I was born this cute.
¡Ah!
You think very highly of yourself, Archie.
I love it. I love it. So now you know, like I always complain about having radio shows online that has music in different languages for children. I remember there used to be a one in Colombia that it was Colorín Color Radio, and it was so awesome, but they discontinued it. Like according to them, there wasn't enough interest in children's music.
No.
So I was like, oh, so glad that Flor is having a radio show. I know there are other radio online for children, but I have not heard of one that mixes music in Spanish and English for children around the world.
Yes, we try. Unfortunately, Jump can only be heard in the States, but it's still good. I mix the music here and there. Sometimes I teach Archie some Spanish word, right?
Yeah, I'm always curious about what her life was in Peru. I always ask her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She asks me all the time. Mm-hmm.
that's great. So
we learn.
Archie,
Together.
I speak Spanish is my first language. I learned French before learning English, and I speak basic Japanese.
Wow.
He's amazed. He's amazed.
And everyone can do that. I always tell my students that once you learn one language, that part of your brain opens up, and it can host many other languages. And it's like if you want to keep learning, you will keep learning.
I can sing a song in both languages.
Yay!
Lápiz, pencil, pluma, pen, pollito, chicken, gallina, hen.
Oh, I remember that song. That was the first song you learned in Colombia for learning some English words.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the same thing in Peru where I did, because I remember that when I was very little.
Muchas gracias, Archie. Thank you so much. Gracias para Moms. Yo te voy a incluir en el raffle para ver si te ganas el álbum.
Yay.
Flor.
Do you want to stay over there while I finish speaking?
Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, Archie. Gracias por estar aquí. ¡Ay, qué lindo es Archie! Me encantan los monstruos. Oh, that's the only issue. Yeah, they have hairs all over, The other thing that I wanted to congratulate you is that I saw that you were having a live show.
Yes, we did a huge show today at Summer on the Hudson and the Riverside Pier on New York City, and a lot of people came. The rain held down. It was gonna rain, but then it didn't. So it was great. And it's the first time of me showing these songs to the world, and it's very interesting to see the reactions. Like the kids, I have a song called Condor, Puma, Snake. It's one of the last ones of the album, where I play the 3 different characters and I do the 3 different voices, and people don't think it's me, but it is me. And I do the condor, and then I do the puma, and then I do the snake. And I do that with kids on the stage, and I make them do the voices, and they just kind of look at me like, where's that voice coming from? It's great.
So
They love
beautiful. I love it. Well, everybody has followed Mama Tortuga in the past. They know, like, everything that I try to teach is based on nature. So that's why, when I found out about your album, I was like, wow, like we can also use music as a medium to teach children about nature, to teach children about animals, and learn about the environment, and like how precious is that, and also learn other languages. So I love that you're doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for it.
Thank you. You know what? I wouldn't do anything without the audience. Los audiencias, los fans son muy importantes. And I think the most teachable song of this album, Pachamama, is Drop of Water, which is literally a song about the circle of what the cycle of water. You know, it's just the drop of water talks as I fall to the ground. I am called the rain. That's precipitation is hard to sustain. We make a big splash. We become the ocean. This called a collection. We cause a commotion.
Oh,
And it's in
that's
Spanish too. Like I don't really remember
amazing.
the lyrics.
Yeah, do you write your own songs?
Yes.
Oh, so you're a poet.
Yeah, I try. There's actually a song with a poem with a décima in the album. It's La Naturaleza. And we did a décima in the middle of the song. So I sing the chorus, which is like, ay, ay, it's like a flamenco tanguillo. Ay, 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 ay. And then I go into the world speaks to all of us. Like it's like a
Oh my
poem song.
gosh.
And
Seriously, I want the album too. Like whomever
that song
is
is
listening
good
to
for
it,
like
like
kids
you
that
need
are
to
learning
enter to this
poetry.
raffle now. Because this album is like amazing. Amazing. Like I say, it's not only children's music, it's music that as parents we can enjoy and don't get tired of listening. Like it's not, it has like some meaning, it has something to offer to the heart. And I think it's so special that it's coming from another mom who has roots that are very strong with her, because I think that's the other part that I think is so wonderful, that you're paying homage to your ancestry.
See, you know, it's important to me. You know, you come here as an immigrant, and in my last album, I have a song called "We Came to America," which is from the book of Faith Ringgold, and I got her lyrics and I made it into a song. And you know, it's important to talk about your roots to your kids so they can learn. And if we cannot travel now with kids, it's insane, but they still learn, and she likes it, like the mythology of there's a song called New Satika about I made the whole story up. It's about a princess that's Inca, and she saves the Inca with the help of the condor, the puma, the snake. And then I do the condor, the puma, and the snake song. And it's mythology, you know, it's kind of like stories from our past, from our ancestors. Those three animals have always been very important in the Incan culture. So I'm glad that she's able to learn through that.
Yeah, and actually you brought up an amazing point. Like like nowadays a lot of people think like history is what is in the books. And no, necessarily. Like, history and like remembrance and mythos are what people hold dear to their hearts and pass as stories as in their culture, in their own culture. Like a lot of the stories that we grew up listening to, in our neighborhoods or our grandparents or our elders, those stories hold like the cosmology that we later on kind of like, believe or not, but it make part of the history or collective history. So I think, it's very important to remember that storytelling is such an important part of our culture. So I'm a sucker for storytellers. Like every chance I have to, go and listen to a storyteller or a musician who's telling stories and sharing stories around the fire or in a public space. I think it's so wonderful. It's so magical. It's like you don't need to be, like in a book, or you don't need to be, in the internet necessarily, but you're passing knowledge using the voice, using, the most primal energy that all, humans throughout history have used to pass history. So it's so wonderful that you're doing it. And so you said that you were gonna share some music with us today.
Yes, I love it. You know, this is the text. Archie, stop touching the guitar. This is the song that on the album is Tex-Mex. It's called Muévete, which means let's move it, and you can find it in English, you can find it in Spanish. And it has some really sick beat that I'm gonna try to recreate best, because we have the accordion, we have the cowbell. I don't have those things now, but it's called Muévete. So if you have kids or if you're just in your chair, you can move around.
Yes, please.
Muévete, muévete, shake your body, shake your head. Muévete, muévete, a bailar, diviértete. Vamos a mover los pies, shake your hips, yes let's. Learning is more fun this way. Y vamos a aprender. Muévete. Now let's move our shoulders, shake the shoulders, mueve los hombros. Now let's shake our head, la cabeza, la cabeza. Put your arms up high now, mueve los brazos, mueve los brazos. And wiggle your nose, la nariz, la nariz. Together we move our whole body. Come on everybody, canta una vez más. Muévete, muévete, shake your body, shake your head. Muévete, muévete, a bailar, diviértete. Vamos a mover los pies, la cabeza otra vez. Todos juntos, 1, 2, 3, te vas a enloquecer. Muévete. Now let's move our elbows, mueve los codos. And let's bounce our knees, las rodillas. Let's shake our hair now, el pelo. Stick out your tongue, la lengua. Together, let's move our whole body. Come on, everybody, and dance one more time. Muévete, muévete, shake your body, shake your head. Muévete, muévete, a bailar, diviértete. Vamos a mover los pies, la cabeza otra vez. Todos juntos, 1, 2, 3, enjoy your sunny day. Muévete.
Woo! That was beautiful. So now everybody should get a chance to get all the music that Flor Bromley has to offer, because the new album is amazing, but you have so much music out there. So, you can also enjoy your past albums.
There's 21 songs in this new album. 10 in English, 10 in Spanish, and 1 bilingual. But some of the English have some Spanish, and a couple of the Spanish have a little bit of English. But I call it 10 more predominantly English and 10 more predominantly Spanish, and 1 sentence.
That's fantastic. I love it. Thank you so much for creating, especially at this time. I think, like creative energy is such a wonderful gift for everyone. Like sometimes I feel so overwhelmed about life and the things that are happening in the world. And I think, offering spaces of creativity and art for our children is a must. We need to do this more often. Actually, I want to have you as a host, like more often in Mama Tortura. I know you're gonna be busy in the concert. So any tour like it's coming up? Are you gonna do like a special invitation for people that would love to invite you to different places?
Yes, I'm opening up. I think I might be going to Miami soon. For a little bit.
We can meet in person. I will travel to meet you in person. I'm like around 2 hours away from Miami, but I can make it. I can make it happen.
I have a friend who's in the Keys, so I'll ask her and see if she can book me something in the Keys, and then I'll do a mini Florida tour.
Actually, I will totally ask around here in West Palm Beach. If you're coming to Florida, I will definitely. We can try to organize something. I would love for my community to have the opportunity to see you in person. And not only that, but imagine like having the concert for the children. That's something that has been in my heart for a long time, because believe it or not, here in South Florida, there are so many events, but a lot of these events, do not center children. Like it is more for adults, South Florida. But I think, like I would love to see more things that also integrate both languages. Because I think, our population here, a lot of our population is bilingual. Not necessarily Spanish speakers, but we have a lot of Spanish speakers. So that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'm putting it out there. Hopefully I just book this. If I book this one big one, then I can book other smaller ones since I'll be already there. So fingers crossed, and I'll let you guys know.
Yes, and I also have a lot of followers in California. So if anyone in California has any contacts, hit her, call her, send her an email, send her a message. Flor, it's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm so glad that we connected because, like I say, I'm so in love with the arts and the music, and in particular with things that create avenues for children to learn new skills. And for me, learning a language is a skill. It's something that they can use all their lives to be part of their community, to be part of their own families. So sometimes, like I understand raising children that are bilingual is not an easy task. I struggle, and now I have teenagers, and it's even harder. It's even harder. Like take advantage when you have them little, because it's so much easier to instigate that, like through music and games and different things. But once they're teenagers and they don't want to, like you cannot force them, but you have to trust that whatever you did to that point, it was worth it. So it takes a lot of perseverance. Like especially for language learning, I always equate that to music learning. Like a lot of parents start putting their children, like learning an instrument, and they just give up because they're like, oh, that my kid hates it, or like, oh, it's too much for us, or things like that. But I will always say, like, the first thing is like you need to find somebody who really clicks with your child, and that will take time. Like sometimes some teachers will not be the best fit for your kid, and that's fine, but you need to keep looking. Second, exposure. Like you need to keep exposing the kids to music. Like people think like it's gonna happen. No, like whatever they watch on TV is very limited. So that's why for them to listen to different styles of music and different instruments and seeing other children playing music is a must. And the other one is like you have to persevere. Like if you want your child to play an instrument, don't think like it's gonna happen, like one day they're gonna wake up and play it. Like it takes a lot of perseverance. They will have to try to do that daily, even if it's like a tiny. But I will say, like having doing it for so many years, it gives them so much. It's such a good friend, like you with your guitar, like your guitar is your best friend. Sometimes you don't know what to say, you don't know how to express your heart, but your guitar will help you get there. And I see that all the time when my children, like now they're older and they take their instruments and I don't have to tell them. And I feel so joyous to see them enjoying music, because for me it's like, okay, if I ever leave something behind for them, was the love for music. So thank you so much for sharing that, Joy. It's so needed at this moment.
Thank you. I posted a TikTok today, my second TikTok ever, and it's like I am a children's performer, and I love what I do, and I could feel it today on the big concert. The energy of the kids. They're listening, they're learning, they're dancing, they're having fun, and the parents are enjoying it, and that's what I love to do. What I do. So thank you
Yes.
everybody for being here, and don't forget, I'll contact you for your prize winning for the raffle. Whoever won.
Yes, and Marina Catalan, I'm gonna add you to the raffle right now.
Oh, she's a friend of mine. Hi, hola
Oh,
Marina.
really? Okay, I will ask her because like yeah, like I said, we have like a few, like only 3 people that commented on the original post, but I wanted to give more opportunities, so now we have 5. So we will have them before the end of this live. So hopefully then. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. I hope I'm doing it right because I'm using one of those um like random generators online.
Yeah,
It's just a
yeah,
nod and see the
it's the
bottom.
wheel, the spin wheel.
Yeah, then I now I'm like, where is it? Oh, here, here. It's one of those things that, yeah, it says spin the random name pick. Okay, here. Yeah, but I don't see the actual. Okay, here. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have to separate them.
Oh, the technology. So should I bring Archie while you
Yes,
take care of that?
yes. My apologies for the technical, but it's only one me, only one tortuga. I'm always saying that, like, people assume like sometimes like I have an assistant or something. I always say like I'm a solopreneur. Like I do everything by myself. So have some patience with me because I'm also raising humans and
True.
taking care of a garden and cleaning the house and cooking and doing all the other wonderful things that we do for love. So yeah, but I have it ready, so I'm just gonna show it. And oh, Archie is going to
I want to
help
know who
us.
wins.
So whomever
Nice.
ends up doing it is gonna win the album of Pachamama. So I don't know. So it says clear or tap on the wheel to spin the wheel and pick a random name. So we will do it right now and we'll see who's gonna be the lucky one.
You got drum roll.
Oh, look, Marina Catalan. Marina, you have to send us your address to receive the new album of Flor Bromley. Congratulations!
Yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah,
Marina will
like
be in
I,
touch.
oh, I'm pretty sure she will enjoy it profusely. Because, like I say, I want to hear that. I want to hear it too. I want to hear the whole album.
I'm gonna send it to you. You know that. I'll send you the whole CD.
Yeah,
I
because
get it.
I
I'll
love,
mention
I
them.
love all the titles. I love all of it. So I think it's gonna be a wonderful, wonderful time, and hopefully we will have the chance to meet each other in Miami when you come.
I'll let you know. Definitely.
So
I want to
everyone,
go
thank you.
too.
¿Qué dijiste, Archie?
I want to go to Miami too.
Maybe.
Ah, te vas a broncear más. Ahí sí vas a quedar
Yeah.
rojo.
Oh, no.
Ya no va a ser naranja, va a quedar rojo.
Ah.
Cool.
So I was wondering if you can like sing a little piece of another song to say goodbye.
Definitely. So we can do a little bit of the ocean, which is about talk about something about the ocean, and then I talk about taking care of the ocean. The ocean is vast and wide. It has various creatures inside, and océano es amplio y vasto, tiene muchas criaturas y encantos. Oh, the ocean is very deep, treasures inside you will keep. Oh, qué hermoso es el océano, vamos a explorar. Ah, ah, I like to stand on the sand and see the big ocean expand. Waves carry me softly, but sometimes I swim and they toss me. Oh, qué grande es el océano, a mí me gusta nadar. Oh, the ocean is full of wonder, mysteries to see down under. Let's take care of our ocean. Let's do it ourselves. There's so many ways you can help. Let's try to conserve our water. We should care for the sea like this man. Be clean when you use a beach. With our behavior, we're able to teach. Oh, qué grande es el océano. A mí me gusta nadar. Oh, qué hermoso es el océano. Vamos a explorar. Todos a nadar. Pero ahora para atrás, nada para atrás.
¡Bravo! ¡Nos encanta el océano!
This
Oh,
song, esta canción en inglés, has the participation of Lori Berkner, who a lot of people know as the queen of children's
I
music.
know her
And
because of my children.
And in Spanish, it has the participation of a friend of mine from Peru, Miss Laurita, and she also sings for kids in Peru.
That is so fantastic, Flor. I love these networks of creative minds creating together. So thank you so much for sharing with us today, and I hope all the blessings in your launching of the new album. I hope all the families that are gonna watch this live, and I will be uploading it on my YouTube channel as well. I hope everybody takes advantage of this amazing music. Go to Flor Bromley music, okay, and then you will find the link on her Instagram.
Yes.
Oh, one more thing, I wanted to ask who created the album cover. It's so beautiful.
It's a friend of mine. Her name is Claudia Mori, and she's from Cusco, Peru. And she's an artist and an actress as well. So I asked her to do it, and she did an awesome job. I love it so much.
Beautiful,
She did amazing.
beautiful.
So she's a painter from Cusco.
That's wonderful. So I'm so glad that this is clicking, and I hope we can meet in person. So thank you so much for everyone that participated, and please, Marina Catalan, send us a message if you can do it to Flor. That way she knows where to send the album. So do not miss this opportunity to have this amazing album. Thank you so much, Flor, for your time.
Gracias a ti. Thank you.
Bye, friends.
Adiós.